Weird things about parasites, ew, that no one tells us, okay? Because they probably don't know, like seriously. Not many people talk about parasites, but they can have an impact on our immune system, okay? And it can be a pretty big deal for some people who are struggling. Now, I am more for strengthening the host and strengthening the immune system, but parasites are really interesting because some of them can actually bypass our immune system, which is nuts. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Belinda, and we're talking about parasites tonight, okay? But people I usually deal with are people who are struggling with autoimmune problems, thyroid issues, sleeping issues, energy issues, hormonal imbalances, anxiety, depression, you name it. And you're probably thinking, well, what the heck has parasites got to do with that? It actually has more to do with that than we actually think. And this is, sort of a topic that is close to me today because we've just been bushwalking and I've pulled a lot of ticks off the kids. Ew, gross, right? Okay, so, hi Emma. So if you're coming in and joining us live, then just say hello and let us know where you're coming in from. Okay, and if you are catching this on the replay, then let us know replay. So how do we get parasites? Okay, quite often the only parasites that we think of are things like, ticks, fleas, or worms in the digestive tract. Okay, but we actually get more parasites than that. Parasites are actually passed down from our mother at birth or in the womb. So every parasite that our mother was exposed to that was still in her system, okay, when we were in the womb, was passed down to us. I know, ew, right? That's gross, okay? So in turn, they actually bypass the immune system. Crazy, right? Because once they're in their in the blood, they are literally past our immune system. So our immune system doesn't have a response to them, which is insane. And so they're often a lifelong infection, okay? And they're very crafty and they remain undetected for many, many years. And they can actually put a lot of pressure on our health, okay? So if we have been doing a lot of things towards our health and we're still not seeing the results that we would expect, like, everybody else seems to get, health changes with this lifestyle, and I'm doing this, like I deal with a lot of clients who are doing everything that they're supposed to be doing to the best of their ability. Like, no one's perfect, not even me, especially not me, okay? But, sometimes it can be a parasite or multiple parasites in the system that can be a big problem. Okay, so this is not new. This is something that people have been dealing with for decades. Parasites are ancient, okay, and we've always been aware of them, and we used to use certain foods and herbs and spices to help relieve the body of parasites. Okay, but we don't really do that much anymore in the Western world. Okay, so we always think that here we are too clean, we're too civilized, okay, but maybe we're just ignorant, okay, that could also be a thing too, right? So, well, where do we actually get them from other than our mother, right? We actually get them passed down from our pets, okay, so, if we have dogs, cats, fowls, any sort of poultry, any sort of animals that we have really all have parasites. We get them from tick bites, okay, so they get into the blood that way as well. It's passed from contaminated foods. It's carried by mosquitoes, okay, so mosquitoes and sandflies carry certain things and parasites that we're exposed to. Okay, it comes from the soil. It's absorbed from soil. Okay, it comes from rivers and lakes. So we swim in all these things. So we can actually get exposed to a lot of various parasites. Okay, and some of us also used to travel a fair bit. So, you know, I've been to, well, it'd be easier to name the countries I haven't been to. I've been all through South America, all through Europe, back through Asia. Okay, so Central America, been to very poorer countries in the world. And so who knows? A lot of people, I've got clients who have been to a lot of, they were with the army, so they've been exposed to a lot of different countries and cultures through the army, and I've been to some very interesting places. So, you know, maybe they've been exposed to certain parasites as well that the normal person may not have. Okay, and then, you know, we pass that down to our children. So it's really interesting how parasites can play out. Okay, so we can get them from numerous different places. Okay, but where do they actually like to hang out? Because quite often, you know, when we think parasites, we think they're in the digestive tract. Okay, and that's all we really think of. And when we, you know, do parasite cleanses, it all has to do with the gut, right? So we'll use things like worming tablets or 𝗍𝗵𝗍 earth or certain herbs or minerals that can help remove those parasites. And they do work from the gut. But we have to realize that parasites are really crafty little buggers. They really are. Okay, they can be in our lymph fluid. They can be in brain fluid. They can be in spinal fluid. They can be in organs. They can be in tissue. They can be in, obviously, the digestive tract. They can be in eyes. They can literally be everywhere. Not to freak you out much, but they can literally be everywhere. Okay, so there are certain things that my consultants group is actually looking at to help alleviate parasites, and I'm going to start, you know, experimenting a bit with myself and my family. But this is not something that I'm going to. Yes. Oh, hey Shaylin, how are you? Didn't know you were hiding there. So I could only see Emma. So yeah, I know, gross, right? It can be really, really, ooh, like, what do I need to know about this? And so this can be a really big problem because when we already have weakened bodies, okay, due to modern day stresses, due to the diets that we're exposed to, due to chemicals that we're exposed to, okay, due to having lack of sleep, due to, you know, just the general stress of life. You know, I've got 4 kids, I've got a husband, I've got my business, I've got friends who are going through traumatic times, and, you know, like marriage breakups and deaths in the family, and you know, not liking our current work circumstances. Like, these are all everyday stresses. So our bodies are already weakened, okay? And not to mention, you know, the medications that we're on. Antibiotics can deplete the immune system, the pollution, the heavy metals that we're exposed to. You know, there's so many different things that we're exposed to that actually weaken the body. And guess what? This is the bad news. That actually makes us a perfect terrain and a perfect target for parasites to take hold and thrive. And that's not cool, right? So, you know, if you have been trying numerous things to help your health, and yes, you might have seen minor improvements, but not the improvements that you would expect, okay, maybe this could be an avenue for you to look at. Just putting it out there, okay, peeps? But anyway, if you know someone that this video can help, okay, maybe they've been struggling with their health and they have been doing, you know, all of these different things to try and help get their health back, and they haven't seen the results that they're, you know, looking for, then maybe this could help them as well. Anyway, share this or tag people in this, and maybe we'll help someone get their health back on track. Anyway, you have an awesome evening, and if you have any questions, also just pop them down below. This is not an area of my expertise, and this is something that our consultants group is exploring at the moment. So I'm in kind of learning mode, because it's gross, but it's very interesting all at the same time. So I'm just a little bit excited about it. But anyway, always learning new things. It's great. Anyway, you have a great evening, and I'm going to head over to Naturally Healthy and Happy with Belinda group right now. So if you wish to follow me over there and have more discussion about this there, then feel free to. Anyway, you have a good evening.